Hey guys, and welcome to my channel Bitglen. My name's Glenn. I like to share with you what I learn in the world of cryptocurrency as I go through it. So I haven't been doing any videos lately. As you guys may know, if you've watched some of my previous ones, I've just moved across country, literally like the other side of the country. So I've had a massive move and change in my life. We've upgraded from a crypto shed to now a crypto garage. Hey, I'm going to eventually board this all out and put a ceiling in to make it a bit warmer because it's freezing out here. But I just thought I'd let you guys know that now that I'm all settled, I've got my setup. I had to wait a week or two for bring some boosters to the property and stuff like that so I could actually get internet out in the garage. So now I'm all set up, ready to go, and I thought what better way to start off than actually with a partnership video with PrimeXBT. I'm going to be doing a review of their platform for 2021. If you guys know, I talked about them in the past. I've been talking about them quite highly for the last 18 months, maybe 2 years, I believe. And in that time, they've never really had any major crashes. They've never had any downtime. They haven't had any scams associated with PrimeXBT. And there's not many exchanges you can say that about in the world of cryptocurrency. So I still really like PrimeXBT. I know some of you out there maybe don't, because obviously they offer quite high leverage trading, but obviously it's optional. But I'm going to do a review of it, and you guys can decide on your own and make up your own mind whether it's for you or not going forward. The good thing with these type of platforms is you can make money when the price of cryptos are going up or down. Whereas if you just hodl, then you can only make money when it's going up and you have to sell at the high. But with these, you can make money up and down if you're careful. So let's get right into it. Let's have a little look at PrimeXBT. So PrimeXBT itself is a unique trading platform in the cryptocurrency space. To sign up to this platform, all you need to input is your name and email address. That is it. No KYC, no registering, no photos of your passports, no driving licenses. You can, as long as you've got a name and an email address, which I think every single person watching this will have, you can sign up to this platform and actually start trading cryptocurrency. Again, obviously, be careful. PrimeXBT is an award-winning Bitcoin-based marginal trading platform that offers access to over 50 assets, including cryptocurrency: Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, Ripple, Forex, commodities, metals, oils, gas, and indices such as the S&P 500. So you can see here that you've got more to play about with than just cryptocurrencies. You don't just have to stick to the cryptocurrency side of things, which obviously do have major swings one way or the other. If you want to play it a bit more safe and maybe in something you trust more, then you might be better off with one of the S&P 500s or the gas, oil, gold, stuff like that. You can use your Bitcoin as marginal collateral to trade all available assets. As seen over the past few years, there have been plenty of opportunities to profit from trading. As you guys all know, in the last few months, very profitable trades to be had out there if you play right, if you're careful. It offers a range of products and features not seen in other cryptocurrency platforms, such as trading through the Covesting model, which I've done separate videos for in more detail. I actually invested my own money in the Covesting model, and I actually did pretty well out of it. Some people haven't, but again, you have to take it with a pinch of salt, obviously, as long as you're careful and how you play your cards right and all that sort of stuff. Talking about being careful, PrimeXBT offers high leverage. So this is one of the things that's a little bit, some people love it or hate it. Marginal trading is completely optional. You don't have to use it. It's just a tab or a feature that's there if you want it. But obviously the temptation is that people start to invest, they make a little bit of money and they think, right, I'm the next Warren Buffett. And then they start to 100x their investment, which means they're 100 times more likely to, or 100 times quicker to lose their money. So you do have to play it very carefully. I give that caution to anyone watching this video. I personally, and I'm going to speak about this yet again on another video, I personally A few months ago, maybe 4 or 5 months ago, I lost about 15 grand in Bitcoin using 100 times leveraging. I also made some money. I remember I made 10 grand in one day, but I lost it quite quickly. So it's one of those, it's easy come, easy go. And if you can't afford, which at the time I couldn't have afforded it, I couldn't have afforded to lose that much. So therefore I shouldn't have done it. So more for me. So I can speak to you on a level where I'm not just here to praise everything up and sugarcoat everything. I will be honest and say, I think this is good, I think this is bad, be careful with this, be careful with that. And if you don't take my advice, then that's up to you. Do what you want with it. You're watching my content. That's enough for me. I appreciate that. More importantly, XBT respects your privacy with strong controls to place for data protection, and there's no KYC, so you've got no risk of all of a sudden losing like your passport details or your driving license. All you give is your name and your email address. The platform also comes with some solid partnerships in place, including Dev Experts, which is a proven trading software developer, Covesting, which obviously they had a very successful ICO, which is a DLT licensed service provider, and Bitfuries, who deal with AML checks on Bitcoin transactions. So they're covering all their bases with the different steps of trading, like each transactional stage, which gives it just a more sort of bolted, more secure experience for the user, which is good. That's what I'm all about. I would rather use a platform that is more secure and costs more than use a cheap one that you've got a high chance of like someone getting your details or being mugged off with your Bitcoin. Okay, so let's actually log in now. Obviously I've had an account with these guys for a while. We're going to log into PrimeXBT. Oh, it says here, so this is why I wanted to do a video about this, because I've done videos in the past. Like I say, I've been talking about PrimeXBT now for about a year and a half, maybe 2 years. And obviously they've changed things. Like when I first started, they didn't do Covesting. They didn't do the match trading option. You couldn't use it. And now obviously it says welcome to PrimeXBT version 2.0. We have updated the entire platform so you can get the most out of your trading, learn from the brand new interface, multi-currency wallets, trading accounts, advanced reports, and more. Enjoy multi-currency wallet. So it seems now you can have more than just Bitcoin. When I was using this platform last, you could only use Bitcoin. That's it. You know, you could send it Bitcoin, you could receive, you could send Bitcoin out of it. That's it. But you had to convert wherever it was coming from. I used to have to convert, say, Ethereum to Bitcoin, then send Bitcoin to this platform, and then do my trade there, and then send it back and then convert it into cash. Now you can actually just accept Bitcoin, Ethereum, USD, USD coin, and the Covesting coin. It says that they're going to over time introduce more currencies as well, which is awesome. The more flexibility there is. Some of you out there, you know, you don't want Bitcoin, you want, I don't know, XRP, or you want Dogecoin. So the more options there are, more flexibility, then the more user-friendly experience this whole space will be. Previously, we've only supported Bitcoin as a marginal collateral for your trading. Now, we've opened up to multiple trading accounts and use additional currencies, including stablecoins as USDC and USDT for trading and P&L settlements. Covesting model just got an update too. Strategy managers and followers can now avoid risk related to Bitcoin volatility. Create a strategy to follow your favorite traders using USDC and USDT and other currencies. So that's pretty cool. Advanced reporting, get detailed reports for your transactions and trading activity in the report section. You can also export and print account statements for tax and accountant purposes. So this was something that, especially in America, has come up. It's quite difficult to keep track of every trade you do, especially when you're FOMOing in or you know, think you're going to miss out. Buy Bitcoin, trade it for Ethereum, and then they think, oh no, XRP's pumping, I better convert it to XRP. And along that way, you forget to keep track. And then you think, oh, hang on a minute, I've just made like 5 exchanges. And in America, their laws are you have to pay taxes on each and every transaction. Now, I believe ours is different in the UK. We only have to pay tax on the total profit that we earn after the end of the year. In other countries, I'm sure more than just America, you have to keep track of every single transaction. So the fact that PrimeXBT have actually spent money and implemented this report section just shows you that they're about the end user. They're obviously offering a better service, a better experience overall for that end user, which is awesome. It's not something that I personally would use. Like I say, I could just say to my accountant, look, I put £500 into Bitcoin and I made some exchanges and now I've only got, I don't know, 550. He would say, right, well, you've earned £50 profit, so then that's what you pay tax on. But in America, you would have to actually list each and how you got to that 550, you know, like each step of the way. So if you had something like that, you can show that and say, well, look, this is every transaction I've ever made. And then it says it's got a brand new interface, so it should be easier to use. But let's find that out ourselves, because sometimes when you read these things, you think, is it? Sometimes they add too many features on and it becomes more complicated. But so here we have how much Bitcoin and how much money I have on my account. Obviously, we've got the price of Bitcoin going up or down at the moment. Up the top here, you've got your different sections. So you've got the main area. This is where your wallet is. This is all new. So this is where you can see what the new wallets are. So before it used to just be Bitcoin. But now we've got Ethereum, Tether, USD and Covesting. We also have how much marginal trading that I'm doing, my Turbo account, which you guys know. I've still got some money in there actually, surprised. You know, I really like the Turbo feature for a bit of fun, not investing. Bear that in mind. In the wallet as well, there's an address whitelisting feature. So this offers added security so that even if an account gets compromised, the funds are protected and withdrawals can be executed to previously whitelisted addresses. So what they mean with that is that you have to actually set up a address at the beginning and you can only send Bitcoin to that address. So this stops a hacker hacking your account, changing your Bitcoin address and withdrawing all your Bitcoin, because what the platform will recognize is, hang on a minute, this isn't the address you set up originally when you first set up with us, so they won't allow it. So it's just an added security feature. Again, thumbs up to them. So that's all like the wallet area and your dashboard. You've got your referrals, you've got reports, which obviously I've never really had to pay attention to, but if you are into that sort of thing, like I say, if you are from the States predominantly, then this may come in handy, help you keep track. Like, I mean, you can see all the trades I made here. How am I meant to keep track of that over the course of the whole year? I don't know. But there you go. They've set up that reporting platform so you can do that from the comfort of your own home. Let's go over to the trading platform. This is probably the bulk of what you would use this platform for. So this is where you're going to probably spend most of your time looking. This is the marginal trading section. This is the graph of whatever chart it is you're looking at. You can change this if you want to. At the moment, we're looking at BTC USD, but there are plenty of other Bitcoin exchanges that you can use. Or you can just type in USD and we can look at all the different number of exchanges you can make. That's awesome. US dollar Canadian, and you can see here that it has all the typical trading tools that you would expect from a trading platform. So you've got your cursors and you've got your crosshair features, you've got your long and short lines, you have obviously different types of indicators, so you can set it to whatever level you want to keep an eye out for. So some people might say, I'll wait for Bitcoin to get down to 50,000 K mark and set a little line there, and when it hits there they can get an alert. Or obviously you can set up an auto trade, so like it will trade for you. You can also add bots to this using the API settings. So there's loads and loads of features in here that you would expect from any trading platform. So if you are a more experienced trader, you may want to take advantage of all of those features available to you. But for us starting off quite early on, probably not going to use a lot of those features. We're probably going to keep it nice and simple. That's just my opinion. There's no point jumping in the deep end. I do believe that you should have a play about with this first in the expectation of losing money, if you go into it thinking, right, okay, I'm going to lose a little bit of money that you're willing, that you can afford to lose, then you can have a play about with this platform, have a play about with trading. If you do lose that money, then hey ho, at least you know where you went wrong or right, or if you can repeat that again. If that is the case, which for some of you, that won't be the case. You'll lose money and think, right, I can't deal with that level of stress. Then that's a good time for you to say, okay, I'll walk away from this. I put some money into it. I tried it. It was money I didn't care if I lost. I lost it. So that's probably the best advice I could give you for that. PrimeXBT operates slightly differently from other platforms. It actually runs on a operating feature called STP rather than P2P. So STP stands for straight through processing. This means instead of matching users internally with a market maker algorithm, PrimeXBT sends all orders out to its liquidity providers. This gives more liquidity and less slippage compared to other platforms. It seems to feel very fast, which is good, because when you see something going up or down in price, sometimes you think, right, I need to get out of this or I need to get in it, and you want it to be really quick. The amount of times that I've used online web platforms where you want to buy in and you can't, you have to wait, and because everyone else is doing the same, you literally can't even get on the website. So that's why a exchange with very little downtime and very little crashes is very important, because when there is massive fluctuations in price, you need to know, okay, the platform that I'm using or the software that I'm using is going to be online at least, whereas some of the others can't say that. Even big ones like Coinbase, whenever there's a big move in Bitcoin, it crashes every time and people are stuck. So if Bitcoin dropped today from 50,000 all the way down to, I don't know, let's just say $5,000, and people thinking, oh God, this is it now. This is, Bitcoin's over. It's going to the end. They couldn't get out if they wanted to. They have to wait for it all to play out. And then once it levels off, then they can sell it. But by then it's too late. Their money's gone from 50,000 to 5,000. Anyway, that's why a platform like this is so important, because it offers that very low downtime, very few crashes. I'm not saying they never crash, but I'm just saying very few. I don't see it happen very often with PrimeXBT. I don't see many complaints about it crashing online or through Twitter, but whereas things like Coinbase and Binance, I see it almost on a daily basis. So there's a big difference there. So what we can do is we can try and place an order on here and see how we get on. I've done this in the past, so you have a little look, and you can use things like obviously graphs, charts, triangles, looking for certain formations like teacup handles and ascending triangles, descending triangles. There's all different ways that you can trade, and there's many videos on YouTube about that, so I'm not going to go too much in depth into that, but I will do a video where I'm literally just making trades of what I think is going to happen over, say, a few days to a week. If you start playing this game of what's it going to do in the next 2 minutes, you're probably going to lose a lot of your money. That's just my personal opinion. Some people make a living just doing that, but it's so difficult and it's so time consuming and stressful as well. When you're losing money consistently all day long, it gets to you, honestly, and it can give you things like panic attack, anxiety, stress, hair loss, weight gain. So it's not just that, oh, I've lost 20 quid. If you consistently are losing money all the time, it can affect your health long-term wise. So what I'm saying is just be careful out there. Really think about what you're doing and what you're willing to lose. And whatever that figure is at the beginning, don't exceed that, because once you exceed it, you think, oh, sod it, I've gone past it now. I might as well carry on through to whatever the next figure in your head is. So just be careful a bit out there. But the features are there if you want it. If you want the 100 times leverage. Now, what the 100 times leverage means is that if Bitcoin was to go up by, say, $1, I'm 100x in that. So I'm gaining $100 on essentially on all the contracts that I've put in place. So if I put down and it's hard to do this exact maths. But say if I was to put down $1,000 worth of Bitcoin and it went up $1, you'd think, oh, okay, well, he's going to make $100. But obviously when you're 100xing your risk, if it goes up $1, you could literally gain like $10,000 or something like that very, very quickly. But it works both ways. You can see on all these charts, you always think, oh, the next one's going to go up, but you could have 10 red triangles or 10 red candles in a row, and that could destroy you, especially if you just keep re-rolling the dice, if you like, and then you're waiting for a green one to come in, and it only just breaks even with the last candle, let alone like the whole day or 2 days or whatever it may be. So yeah, you have to be really careful. You have to know exactly what you're doing. Otherwise you will lose money. But like I say, if you go into it thinking, right, okay, I am going to lose money with this, let's just assume that that money's gone. Can I sleep at night? Can I live with that? Will it cause me much stress? If the answer is no, then that's a good sum of money to start with. Just be careful. Don't get too greedy. Even the best traders in the world, the most they typically use marginal trading on is about 3x. So the fact if you're at home and you don't really know what you're doing using 100x, then there's a very high chance you're going to lose all your money. The convenience and order window shows margin impact, giving information on the amount of equity available to trade. So these are these figures up here. You can see up here, mine all pretty much says 000, but it will tell you how much Bitcoin you have, how much is actually tied up in equity, how much is unrealized profit, used margin and available margin. These are all different figures. So if you make a trade, yes, you have still got, say, let's just round it up and say 1 whole Bitcoin, but you may have 50% of that tied up in a 5x times leveraged trade. So that means you only have half a Bitcoin available. Some of you will be plus, so like you've made 1 Bitcoin or 1.5 Bitcoin from 1 Bitcoin, and then you have to end that trade, so then it will go into your available balance. But just remember, it's not advisable to use more than 50% of your available margin, otherwise you risk getting margin called or liquidated. So this is something people need to really be aware of. When you're using marginal trading platforms, like I say, you've got 100 times speed accelerator on winning or gaining money, but you also have the same losing it. So once you hit a certain below a certain equity threshold, you will become liquidated. What this means is that all of these features and services that I've mentioned to you so far are completely free. But this is where all of these trading platforms make their money. They offer 100x leverage. A lot of newbies like myself, and maybe you watching this, don't quite understand the mechanics behind it and how it works. So what they hope is, or what they on average, I'm sure they sit down and work out, for every user they will end up losing a certain amount of money per person, which doesn't sound great, but that's the way it is. People are greedy. People want more money now, faster. And I know if I was to put some money into this platform right now and I did a 100x trade and Bitcoin went the way that I traded it, up or down, then yeah, I could easily make £1,000 or 1,500 very, very easily. But it can go the other way just as fast. If you look at the way that the candles form, you normally have peaks and troughs. So it's like a heart rate monitor. It's always going up, down, up, down, up, down. So you don't know if you're at the peak, halfway up, you know, on its way back down again. You don't know where you are on that rhythm, but you need to hope that it never goes down, which if you look at a heart rate machine, it always goes up and down. So unless you can recognize that at the beginning, if you're one of those like, oh, Bitcoin's going to keep going up to 250,000, you're probably going to get stung pretty quickly. And that means once you hit below a certain percent equity, so say you put in £1,000, you make a trade, Bitcoin goes up in price, and now you've got £2,000. Well, your equity was still based on your initial trade. So if you traded 50% of your available balance, that means you would have £500 leeway. But if you max yourselves out and do 100% leverage trading, to keep that trade going, sometimes you have to top up from your available balance, or you get liquidated. That bet or that trade is done. It's over. So you just need to be really careful. I've said that so many times in this video already. People are probably getting bored of me saying it. Another important thing to mention is that leverage and how it works on PrimeXBT. Other margin exchanges typically require you to set the leverage level between 1 to 100 times. But with PrimeXBT, the interface is much easier. Here you control the leverage by simply adjusting the position size. For example, if you have 1 Bitcoin on your account, that allows you to open a 100 Bitcoin position. So that would be your 100 to 1 leverage. By opening this trade, you will utilize the maximum possible margin of 100%. In such cases, it's very likely you will get a margin call or liquidated if the price goes against your trade. So at least they're being honest there, I suppose. Whereas the open trade for 20 Bitcoin, only 20% margin is used. This gives you a buffer to open additional trades or simply leave a lot of room for the price to move. Now what they mean is that instead of if the price drops a little bit and you get liquidated on all of it, if you was to only use, in their example, 20% leverage, so say 20 times, if the price drops a little bit, you've still got that 80% leeway if it continues to keep going down. As long as it doesn't go down more than that 80%, what that equates to at the time, as long as it doesn't dip below that, then you're all right. So if it has a dip of 30%, which we see that in cryptocurrency all the time, I think we're going through one of them right now. If the price of it drops by 30%, but you've got an 80% buffer, then you're all right. You can see it and you can look at it, and your figures will show at that point in time that you're negative balance, but it can come back again and you don't get liquidated. But if you had it set at say 50%, you would be tinkering just above the line where you would get liquidated. So that again can be quite stressful. You can suffer with anxiety. I'm saying all of this because for someone that's been through it and is still going through it actually. So just be careful. Try not to be too greedy. Fees. With the fees for PrimeXBT, I know a lot of you are going to be asking that in the comment section. PrimeXBT actually offer lower fees than some of the others on there. You can go over to their homepage and search fees and it will break it all down for you with exactly what fees you can expect to pay. Some exchanges offer 0.075 for takers while allowing rebates for makers. But PrimeXBT is an STP broker and pays for the execution at the liquidity provider. This means they cannot offer market maker rebates. Then again, trading fees are highly competitive at 0.05% on cryptocurrencies and even cheaper on other markets. So that's everything that you need to know about the marginal in terms of the overall view of what it is and how it works. Obviously, I haven't shown how you make a trade and whether it's profitable or not, and I know a lot of you out there like that sort of content, so I will be doing content like that more going forward, but for now it'll just be too long, it'll be too much all in one video. So the next thing that we have on this platform is Turbo. You guys know that I like Turbo. Again, it's very much like the 100% leverage trading. If you don't want all of those options and you literally just want to push the green button or the red button and see which one comes in, essentially a form of gambling. There's no way to sugarcoat it. It purely is gambling. You can see here, this is the graph going up and down, and this little green circle is working its way across, and you are betting that by the time that the green dot gets to that blue line going down the page, whether it's up or down from where it is right now. So you would have to predict the price of Bitcoin almost to the cent of where it's going to be in 5 or 10 minutes time. I think I've just accidentally made a trade. I don't know how much that is, but... And I put that it was going to be up as well. Oh, yeah. Well, let's see if this comes in. At least you're getting to see an actual trade. But I didn't mean to do that. I accidentally pushed enter on my keyboard as I put my hand down, so that's a bit annoying. You can earn 90% by predicting how the price will change in the next 30 seconds, minute, or 5 minutes. Every asset has its own payout ratio and contract durations. The platform provides a leaderboard with the current most profitable traders on PrimeXBT Turbo. Please note that this product involves high risk of capital loss. If your prediction is correct, you profit. However, if your prediction is wrong, you've lost your investment amount. So I really recommend that you guys, if you want to do anything like this, hey, we actually right then, see, like, you couldn't have predicted that the green dot was going to go up in price 20 seconds before the end of that call. If you could, then you should keep doing this and become a millionaire. But this is very high risk, but then again, it's very easy. It's very simple to use. So look, let's drop in a bit now. So now we're moving over to the Covesting platform. The Covesting is something that we've seen in stocks and shares. I think eToro do a very similar option where instead of you doing the trades, if you're not sure what to do, you can just leave a balance available in an account that these guys have access to and they make trades for you. So if we look at Alpha Stone is up 0.15% today. And overall is up 11,000%. So that's someone with a proven track record. They've been active for quite a while. So you have to say, okay, well, he's doing pretty well. I'm going to follow what he does. And eToro have been doing this for years and years and years. But in the world of cryptocurrencies, I haven't seen any other platforms like this. But Covesting teamed up with PrimeXBT, and they're predominantly a PrimeXBT client now. And I find this feature really good if you want to just put some money and see if the trader can make a decent profit. Now, if you'd follow through with this guy, 11,000% in the last 130 days, that's pretty good going. You're not going to see that on the stocks and shares market. And then we have things like market analysis, where you can actually see what's going on, draw some bigger charts and triangles and stuff like that, and see where you think the market's heading. Maybe get some tips and advice on what you think is going to happen, either short, medium, or long term. So really, that's pretty much it in terms of the different features. Obviously, I haven't gone super in-depth on all of them because I literally could do a video on each and every option that is available on here. But I don't want to go that in-depth because I'll lose the person watching this who's thinking, I want to go to a platform that I sort of can trust and it's easy to use. I'll end up losing you. The best thing to do is actually come over here and actually start trading with a demo account. So what that means is that you're using fake money, but you're actually trading on real life. You know, when the price of Bitcoin goes up, you are trading on that. You're not trading some pre-recorded, you know, like when you go to bookies, they have pre-recorded horse races. This is you trading in the real world. So have a go of it, see what you think. See how easy or not it is to use, and then decide whether you want to put in a small amount of money that you're willing to lose. Things can happen. Obviously, this is a website. Any website could go down. I'm not saying they've never ever crashed, because I know that they have. But the way that they've handled any downtimes or crashes in the website for trading has always been resolved quite promptly by PrimeXBT. They've even offered compensation to say sorry. Now, they don't have to. They could just say, well, look, you know, our platform's down, that's your own fault. But they haven't. They've actually stepped forward and said, okay, our platform was down, here's a rebate, or here's some cash back in way of saying sorry for the outage, which again, I haven't seen that much from many of the other cryptocurrency spaces out there. So I wonder how many exchanges have actually done that in the past. So to finalize, PrimeXBT is different from other cryptocurrency exchanges. It provides different executions on its STP liquidity providers model versus the traditional 2P2 trading model. It also has a wide range of products and markets under its roof. So they've made it look as simple as they can. But actually, when you start going through some of the options here, you can make it as in-depth and complicated as you want, if you feel comfortable doing that sort of stuff. Overall, it's a reliable platform, like I say, that hasn't had too much downtime. With new products, strives to give customers a good deal. It's worth checking out, especially if you're bored with traditional cryptocurrency trading. So there you go. There's my overall review of PrimeXBT. Let me know what you think in the comments section down below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. And like I said earlier, I'd love to hear any sort of stories about your leverage trading, mishaps or wins or victories. I'd love to hear all of those. Please comment down below. If you're new to this channel, click subscribe, and also you can smash that like button. It really helps with the algorithm find new people. If you know anyone that is looking to get into cryptocurrency and is not quite sure how to do it, then maybe send them a referral link. The link is in the description down below. If you sign up to it, I may get paid a bonus or a commission by PrimeXBT, so just being honest and transparent as I can be. But really, that's it. That for 2021, I still think PrimeXBT are still ahead of the pack. I was on Coinbase the other day and I thought nothing's really changed on Coinbase since I last checked about a year and a half ago. So the fact that PrimeXBT have released, 3 or 4 new features this year says to me that they're taking it seriously and they're progressing this forward. They're not just leaving it as it is. So that's really good news. I can't big it up enough. I think it's the best platform out there. But again, I'd love to hear your feedback. Let me know what you'd like me to talk about in my next video and I'll read your comments, and I will do a video talking about any questions that you have, whether it's regarding PrimeXBT or Coinbase or Binance, anything like that. Just drop a message down below and I'll try and get back to you as soon as I can. So that's really it from me. Like I say, comment down below if you've got any thoughts, views or opinions. Smash that like button and click subscribe if you're new to this channel. That's it from me, guys. I'll see you on the next video from Bitglen. Bye.